what happened is
happened was
the same motif again.
no. So,
And
it's
I
not
was
a fully finished, Bridget?
No, it's not a fully finish.
Brat? Yes, I am Brat. Ah. Hi there. Welcome to the Notorious Needle. I'm Sarah.
I'm Bridget.
And on this channel, we talk about cross stitch.
Mostly.
Sometimes we swear. Often.
Sometimes.
And we also talk about politics from a liberal perspective and how that affects our stitching.
Right.
So if that's your jam, we are your people.
Uh-huh.
Welcome. Let's start with the giveaway winners from last Flosstube.
You're going to start with those?
I am.
That means they don't have to watch till the end.
Yes.
They can go, I won, click,
bye.
Ah.
Grateful that you grateful that you're watching the channel. Let's see. I had here they are. I had the comments. So thank you to everybody who commented. There were, what did we say, 46 comments.
Uh-huh.
And out of those, 34 used the word mist.
That's a lot.
And we were giving away this fabric. This is Mist by Witch's Garden Crafts. Witch's Garden Crafts, not gardens. Witch's Garden Crafts. And this goes with the Vote As If stitch along. And if you'd like to learn more about that, I'll put the link below. In the meantime, this fabulous fabric is like a soft gray, a wispy gray, if you will. So we have it in 14 count Aida, 16 count Aida, and 28 count linen. So thank you, Michelle from Witch's Garden Craft, for giving us this fabric to give to you. Very generous.
Yeah. She's
been amazing to work with. So if you're doing a sal and you need some fabric, I recommend it. Let's see. So the first winner is at And Johnson 9876. Yay!
All right.
They wrote another fantastic video. I'm enjoying working on Vote As If Sal and adding stitches to the Pro Choice Sal. Aw, thanks. That's awesome. The short story, The Mist by Stephen King. Oh, you know what? I didn't click read more. So there's more to their comment.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm a doofus. Can you believe that? Of course you can.
I believe it.
Of course you believe it. Let's see. Now I have to find it because I wanted to read the whole thing. So this is what we're doing. Normally we do, we read your comments, but this is going to be a long video because I got a lot to talk about. So buckle in. They continue. The short story, The Mist by Stephen King was made into a movie, and I wonder if premise of the movie was 16, 24, or 14 hours. Interesting. I did see that movie. It is a very good psychological thriller. It's a mind job.
I don't know if
where they hide in the grocery store and stuff.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, it's awesome. I
read the book too.
Oh, the ending.
I read all of Stephen King's books.
Twist ending. Good ending. Good movie. Thank you for your comment. And since you were our first winner, you get your preference, which is the 16 count. Yay!
All right.
We'll get that into mail to you, and I will contact you if you've already, looks like you've already purchased the Vote As If Sal, and I will issue your refund. Thank you.
Wow. Nice.
So the second winner is at Denise Gray 9106.
Cool. I was doing a drum roll.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
But I might have drowned you out. So who was it again?
Oh, it was at Denise Gray 9106.
Yay!
Denise is a frequent commenter, so congratulations. Thanks again for watching. And she wrote, I love the mist of the Tane. I think she meant rain. Aida fabric 14 or 16. So
Seine
you win.
as in the river Seine in Paris?
I think she meant
Or
I
the
love
Olympics?
the mist of the rain. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think so. 14 count is yours. Yay!
All right. All right.
Congratulations. And then our third winner is at Marissa McConnell.
Cool.
I hope I'm saying all these names right.
Probably not.
Marissa wrote, my eyes are full of mist at the generosity of this giveaway. 16, 14, 28 would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Aww.
Thank you, Marissa, for watching. The 28 count linen is yours. Yay!
Right. Wow.
So I will get these in the mail in the next little while and contact you about your free copy of the Vote As If Sal.
Awesome.
Congratulations to everybody, and thanks again to everybody who commented. I really appreciate it. This was fun. I loved reading all your comments. and your creative ways of working the word mist into a sentence. That was awesome.
Very cool.
And thank you again to Michelle at Witch's Garden Crafts for giving the fabric away. Appreciate it.
You know what I didn't ask you before we started?
What's that?
Did you have a giveaway for this Flosstube?
I do.
Okay.
Let's do that now so you don't have to wait.
Okay.
And next time, so normally we do the giveaway for each Flosstube randomly throughout the video, but this is a special one. So, you know, we started with the giveaway winners, which we usually do start. And then I'm just going to go ahead. Every Flosstube we do a little giveaway. So this giveaway, I am gifting you with, this is Enchanted Pumpkin by Mill Hills. This is what it looks like. Because I finished it, and I'll show you my finish later. You get okay, so this is a regift. I have stitched this pattern. I folded this cover picture to fit into my project bag, so it has been folded. But you get the cover photo and the pattern and the flosses that I haven't used. So I only used a little bit of black because I stitched it on orange fabric. So you have almost all of the orange floss that came with it. I believe it's DMC. They use DMC numbers and beads. So this giveaway, this pattern uses 2 types of beads. So throughout the pumpkin are these little black seed beads. And then around the pumpkin, you have, there are seed beads that are green and black, and then some that are purple and black. So the green and black are used on the leaves, and the purple and black are used on some of the flower motifs. So it's super cute. So I don't know if you have enough black seed beads to use to finish the pattern, but you definitely have enough purple and green beads to use in the pattern.
And you could switch them up, maybe.
You can switch them up. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
This one came with a flower button. I lost it. I didn't even use it in mine. So I'll show you later. I copied one of the flower motifs and just stitched that there instead, and it came out great. So good luck. And to get this giveaway, you need to use, how about pumpkin?
I think pumpkin is fine.
Use the word pumpkin in a sentence. Do not use the words giveaway or freebie or anything like that. Please be over the age of 18. Please also fill out the Google form. There is a link below the video. This form just gives me your address and contact information ahead of time so we don't have to go back and forth. And the giveaway form is only used for these giveaways. I do not contact you in any other form. Please be in the contiguous United States for this one, the contiguous 48 states. So it's just really expensive to mail it outside, and it doesn't always get there. Also, please be a subscriber and some small print. This giveaway has no value, no monetary value. If it gets lost in the mail, I and Notorious Needle cannot be held responsible, and it will not be replaced. And YouTube and Mill Hill are not involved in this giveaway in any way, shape, or form. So good luck. Use the word mist in a sentence. And
no, pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkin. Mist was last time. Thank you, Bridget.
Use the word pumpkin in a sentence.
I gotta get my shit together.
Only once.
I gotta get my shit together. Okay.
Okay.
Woo-hoo, so that's the giveaway. So,
awesome.
I get to do more talking announcements.
I'm going to take a drink.
Take a drink. Oh, what is that bottle, Bridget?
This is the Notorious Needle water bottle, which I have coffee in.
Very
and
nice.
I put, you know those stickers you get every time you go anywhere, and people give you all these stickers? Well, this is where they ended up.
Oh, fine.
I
have my Notorious Needle water bottle. Okay.
Very cute. I like this one because it has the built-in straw. So it's super
that is cool.
easy. You don't have to.
If you're interested, go to notoriousneedle.com/merch.
And this shirt is there, and that shirt is there.
And on the back, it says Notorious Needle.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so announcements.
What the hell? Might as well do a commercial while I'm waiting.
All right. So the Witchcraft Stitchy Zine, Stitchy Goodness Zine has been released.
Like this.
Yay! That's the cover, but
Yeah.
you don't see that on the listing. I'll show the listing here. This is 30 designs with a witchcraft theme put out by designers who are part of the Stitchers collective, like yours truly. And this is my design. This is called Know Your Power.
Which I'm counting as my finish.
Because Bridget stitched it for me. She test stitched it. It came out fabulous. I love it. So you can get this and 14 other patterns for only $30. The link is stitchygoodnesszine.com. I will put that below as well. So that is available now through September 17th, 2024. And once it's gone, the Stitchy Zine is gone forever. And it's like another 4 months before I can release my pattern to you. So if you want it now, get it while the getting's good.
Yeah, because I went on, when I bought this one, I went on her website and I saw some of the prior patterns, but they're no longer available.
They're not available. They're only available for a limited time. Yeah,
you'd
the
have
zine
to
is not
go
available.
to the designer,
the original designer, and they can choose to release it separately or not.
Or not. Yeah.
I will be releasing this one separately, but you guys, that's months and months from now.
Right.
Get the zine. It's $2 per pattern.
And they're so
15
cute.
pattern. They're so cute.
They are. There's a couple of them in here that I'm going to do that I already know because of course, I bought it.
Oh, and that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, there are only 2. I am bringing this pattern out from retirement. This is I Want the D. So this is a donkey, which is the symbol for the Democratic Party in the United States. And this pattern was originally part of the Stitch Life magazine, which was a digital magazine. The magazine has been retired, and I got permission from the publisher to release the pattern. So you can find this in my shop at notoriousseal.com shop.
Cool.
Yeah, I want the D, guys. I don't care. I will be voting blue no matter who. We'll talk more on that later.
That's a really good pattern too. Vote blue no matter who.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
All over the place.
You will not see this anywhere else.
No, that's true.
I want that D. Give me that D, baby. Okay, that's it for announcements.
Should we go on to new Stitchy stuff?
We should. New Stitchy stuff.
Okay.
I think this is my favorite. I just like all the new stuff.
I know.
Like this is when people do their Stitchy good, their
I can't help
kindness,
myself.
and they share. I love watching that stuff.
I can't help myself. I love new Stitchy stuff.
All right, Bridget, what have you got?
In addition to the magazine,
yes,
which I showed.
Yes.
Okay. I also have, now, we're going to run the gamut between the top end and the low end.
Okay.
So we'll start with the top end. My husband.
When you top end, are you talking about like your favorite, or are you talking about monetarily?
Scissors.
Oh.
My favorite scissors that I talked my husband into buying are the Guggenheim. And he bought me the big ones, right? The dressmaking shears, the big fabric shears, which I love. Oh my God, it's cutting. It's like butter. Okay. And then he bought me the little tiny ones. I know
those are the matching ones?
These are the matching embroidery scissors.
That's cool.
And you have to try them. Oh my God, you have to actually try them.
Do I have something I can cut?
I don't know, but just feel the action on this. They're so
this is
nice.
an awkward shape. So
you can
cut down
cut part
here.
of that.
Let's see.
Yep. It's like they're so good. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And when you're snipping little threads, and you can snip little threads right up to this tiny little point. Oh, these are
very
so nice. So nice. So that was one. It was
very nice.
That was a present from
my dad's a good
honey.
guy.
He is. And then on Amazon, I found the 10-pack of these scissors, all different colors, and they have.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, I have some of those.
They have little covers on.
Yes.
And I originally got these because my mom had lost her scissors. I forget where we went, but they made her. Oh, when we went to Alex's graduation, they took her scissors away. She has them on the outside of her little purse because
that's right.
She has trouble opening those packets.
Right.
You know, of either mustard or
salad snacks,
salad dressing or whatever.
Okay.
And so she has these little scissors that just, but I mean, now
I have a pair. They're great. I have this color, of course.
Yeah. Now the action on them is not great. I gave the pink ones to Mom.
Okay.
The action is not great, but they do cut. And they
mine cut fine.
Now I love the cover.
The covers
The covers don't all stay on.
Yes,
but
that is true. Yeah.
you're getting 10 pair, and they're really cheap.
Yeah,
So,
prices on Amazon change, but
yeah,
sounds like you got a good deal.
pretty cheap, and they come in this cute little box. And so I was thinking, if you're going to someplace where you want to be able to give your table mates a little, maybe a scissor fob or something, here's some inexpensive scissors. They make good little presents. So that's my new stitching stuff. My fabric of the month stuff is apparently in the mail. So this month we'll have to just see them next month.
Time will be twice.
Yeah, next time. Well, who knows? Because they mail them usually by the 20th or so.
They get stuck in the mail. There have been mail delays,
and they don't always get here on time. Or life happens, and they say, "Oh, we're going to be a couple days late." Yeah. But I have emails from both of them that they've been shipped. They'll probably arrive tomorrow.
Okay.
That's how this goes.
All right.
And what's your new stitchy stuff?
My new stitchy, I have a Fabric of the Month club, which I totally forgot to take out of the plastic. I'm a bad girl.
Which one did you join?
I joined Grace Notes Fabric. So this is called, I heard it through the grapevine. This is Moderna, because I wanted to try an even weave.
What is Moderna?
It's an even weave, like Lugana, but a little bit thinner.
It's like linen? Let me feel. Ooh.
Yeah, so it's thinner, so I'm hoping it'll be easy to stitch with.
Well, I can tell you one thing.
It's like linen, but it doesn't have those weird, because linen is not even weave.
No, it isn't.
It has those aberrant strands that are super thick or some that are super thin. This is an even weave.
That is really nice.
I like it.
I would say one thing, though.
It's going to wrinkle like
make sure you count twice before you stitch, because if you have to frog out,
this is
going to leave holes.
Count. Oh, yeah. No, I have magnifiers.
This is 36 count?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
this is tiny.
It's small.
This is really tiny.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to upgrade to like 28 count maybe. I don't know.
It's real pretty though. I love the color.
I heard it through the grapevine.
Look at that grape. Ooh, that's so pretty.
I wanted to join a Fabric of the Month club.
You were jealous.
No, I did need to I want to increase my stash, but Mom already joined the ones I wanted to join, so I thought I'd find something different that I hadn't heard of before and give them a try. So this is Grace Notes Fabric. So that's my Fabric of the Month, which was really cool.
Nice.
And so I'm going on the Stitchers Escape Cruise in January, and I'm making stuff to share. Bridget made a whole bunch more of these
little orts
containers. Mm-hmm. So she just crocheted them. So this will be included, which is why I'm showing it to you now. This is great because when you put your orts inside, even when it's wide open, they don't fall out. The thread sticks to the thread.
Right, they stay. And then the other nice thing is you put them in your project bag.
And you squish them.
You just squish them. I mean, they fold really flat, even if they're full.
Yeah.
Even if they have stuff in them, they fold really flat. So, if you're compulsive about saving your orts and putting them in a little clear, decorative ball at the end of the year.
So that's new stitchy stuff for me, because Bridget gave me those. Thank you, Bridget.
You're welcome.
To give to anyone on the Stitchers Escape Cruise. Also, I am making scissor fobs for the Stitchers Escape Cruise, and here's a couple of examples of what I've made so far. So I'm making nautical themes, so they're all going to be like blue and green. And here's a couple more. They're going to have a lobster claw at the end, and
a little charm.
And charms at the bottom that say 2025 and are nautical anchors. So my new stitchy stuff consists of stuff to make those. So I got these beads.
Nice.
For that, I got these beautiful, what are these called? These shaped rondelle. So they're concave on either side, so they fit the round beads really nicely. It's these ones in between with rhinestones. And then 2025 charms, anchor charms. There's like 5 or 6 different types in here. These are the lobster claws. This is I forget what this is called, but I'll put the proper description below. This is what this part of this is what I put the beads on.
Right.
So there's an eyelet on one end, and it's straight, and then you put the beads on and you twist to close, create an eyelet on the other side and close it off. and then just silver jump rings. So all of those will be listed below. I got them all on Amazon. It'll be an affiliate link. But it doesn't cost anything extra if you use my affiliate link. But I think what I might do is I might do a tutorial while I'm making them. Why not?
Right.
I'm making them anyways.
Right, how to make
show
a
you
scissor
how
fob.
to make them if you want to make the kind that I'm making.
And they're super cute. And you know,
I like because they're shiny.
of course, and bling.
Right. Yeah.
The rondelles have bling on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And people have asked me, oh, why do you use a scissor fob? Doesn't that make it hard to put the scissors away and stuff? And you know what I find? Because what I do is I have like a little box, and I have my like a bunch of needle minders on the box. So I usually put my scissors on top of the needle minder because I can drop everything. I can knock anything over.
Yeah.
I am like, I talk with my hands, and
yeah.
You got to clear the decks when I'm around.
Yeah.
But I will drop my scissors on the floor.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
But with the scissor fob on it, I've got that to grab onto. I don't drop them.
Yeah, I use.
It really helps.
Oh, I don't have an example, but when I hold my embroidery scissors, because they're so small, I use the scissor fob I hold in these fingers, right? While I'm doing the scissors with these fingers, and it just gives me an extra something to hold on to. And it's shiny, you guys.
And it makes it easier to pick them up off the floor, because a lot of my scissors are
they're
very
a little bit flat. Yeah.
And then I'm down there and I'm trying to reach,
like
and I can grab the fob. I just, hey, don't get old. It's not fun. It's a trap.
Well, I've always had, old or not, I've always had that issue, just butterfingers dropping stuff with my embroidery scissors, and I put them down and like they fall, or I don't quite have a, because you're only holding it with these two fingers, you don't quite have a grip. So.
And my bird likes to take my scissors, pick them up, and drop them on the floor.
Oh, well.
And he does that with my I guess
it helps if you have a little asshole in your house.
Yeah, right. You can give it to your cat to give him something to play with.
Not my cat. That's my son's cat.
If you have a cat.
Yeah, I'm not a cat person. I think if you love your cat, great. But I also find that they're little assholes. I have dogs. They think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. And you know what? True. I could use that little ego pick me up every day. It's nice. Anyway, that's all of my new Stitchy stuff.
All right. Cool beans. Now, get ready. Because
finishes.
This is a day. All right. We're going to circle the day on the calendar. How many finishes do you have?
I have 3 finishes.
Yes, that was sarcasm.
I never finish stuff. These are not FFOs. These are FOs. So an FO is a finished object, and it just means that you finished like the stitching and the beading and whatever. And an FFO means you've turned it into some kind of object that you're ready to display.
Oh. Okay.
So these are not FFOs.
So should I go first then? Because
absolutely, go first.
I have 3 FFOs.
Nice.
So I win again. Of course,
she's not competitive at all.
Not at all. But of course, you have to understand. She works full time. I work part time.
I have 2 jobs. She
has 2 jobs. I have 1. My other job is stitching for her.
Yeah, and I have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 dogs.
Yeah. And I have a very supportive husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do too. He's amazing.
So, I have a lot more time. We'll just put it that way.
That's fine, Mom.
Yes. I'm giving you.
I'll get there.
I'm getting you off the hook here.
Oh, I haven't seen this one yet.
You have not.
No.
So
I love it.
This little needle book I made from it's the spooky. Try that again. This little needle book I made from the Spooky Brews, which were in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2024 magazine that I showed in the last Flosstube.
What's the name of the designer?
The name of the designer is Frony Ritter Design.
Okay, cool.
And I used 14 count scrap Aida. So one side says Bat Brew, and then I flipped it that way. So the other side says Spider Cider. And she's got 4, and they're so cute. But the reason I did it that way, so that whichever way I open the book,
it's the right way
still upright, right? And then I went ahead and took your advice, and I added some extra felt pieces.
Very cool.
For the needle book and bed thread.
And you can put your needle minder on
thread bed, whatever you call it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, a lot of times I do put my needle minder here, and but
very nice.
So isn't that cute?
That's really cute. That's adorable. What's the fabric?
Just scrap 14 count.
And you used the called for colors?
I used
Most of them.
Well, put it this way. I go in my stash and I look and I say, okay, what have I got that's close?
Okay.
And then when I have to do like ombre,
Yeah.
then I'll actually get something that will ombre.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But like the browns, I just kind of like fudged it.
Okay.
So they're not exactly the called for colors. They're just kind of.
And black is black. You have the Cone of Doom.
Yeah. And then gray, you can use like any gray. So I just go through, because I have colors left over from kits that I've gotten on freebie tables and things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't throw anything away. So I use all of that. You were going to say something.
Oh, I was going to say, Bridget came up with the best name for the white cone, because we have both. We have the black DMC cone. And
you do.
Oh,
I don't have the white.
Oh, you don't have the white. I
no,
have the
and
white,
my birthday is coming up.
Oh,
yes.
So she's now calling the white one the Cone of Hope.
The Cone of Hope. We have the Cone of Doom and the Cone of Hope.
That's brilliant. I love it. I had to share.
I don't know if other people are calling it that. I may have heard it somewhere, or
okay.
Or it may have come out of my own head.
Oh,
because some things go in there and they just.
Oh,
lodge.
I thought you came up with it, so you're not sure. You're like, nah.
I don't know, but that's what I call it.
I love it. I love it.
So anyway, I have 2 more fully finishes. Ah, they're so cute. So this is the springtime camper and
Yay.
the Halloween camper.
I love that.
And these are by Living on the Rainbow. You can find her on Etsy, and they're on 18 count Aida. You can't even see the Aida, so it was oatmeal because that's what I found.
Oh yeah, but it's full coverage.
Right, and then you put little buttons on, and since this is the springtime camper, I used a little shell for the front wheel, and somebody gave me this at one of the cross-stitch conventions.
That's
so
perfect.
It's in there, and then that's the back side, and then that's the side with the little door. There's the window in the back, and oh my God, that's the springtime one.
I love it.
And then this one is the Halloween one.
Oh my gosh.
And again, this is just something somebody gave me. So that's the side with the door, and that's the back.
Did you use the called for colors for these all?
I did.
You did?
Okay. No.
No. Oh, some of them?
The orange is the called for color.
Okay.
And the rest of it is out of my extra stuff.
Well, I always like to say, because if
side.
people make it and it looks different,
And I found little wheels. Now I have to give
buttons.
I have to give my husband props, because these wheels were buttons, and they were the kind with a shank, and he was able to take the shank completely off for me and make them flat so I could glue them on. And this little guy, I happened to find a little orange bead that became the front wheel.
So the white wheels are glued on.
They're both glued on.
Oh, they're okay.
They're all glued on.
Okay.
So they might be a little because there's just a little bit of glue on the top.
So cute.
They might be a little delicate, but I stuffed them to within an. See, this one I didn't stuff quite as much.
Yeah.
This one I stuffed to within an inch of its life, because I hadn't stuffed this one quite as much. That's the thing with stuffing. Sometimes you're really gonna pack that crap in.
Yeah.
But those are the backs, and those are the fronts with the little doors. And oh my God, if I could find an A-liner camper pattern, I would be in heaven.
Here.
What?
Let's do a close up.
Well, we did. Oh, really, really close up?
Yeah. Smile. Okay, that's our thumbnail.
I just think they are so cute. So of course you'll see in my whips I'm working on the next
other
one,
two,
because there's 4. And you bought me all 4 patterns.
You had one, and I said, "Oh my gosh, there's a set. Let's get them." I think it was Mother's Day. Yeah.
The set, it was for Mother's Day, so I couldn't resist.
Yeah, and
they work up fast.
I forget the lady's name from Living on the Rainbow.
Yeah.
I saw her in a Facebook cross stitch group,
right.
So I can't wait to take pictures and show her. And be like, yay!
Oh, good, yes.
Because I love her. Her patterns are adorable.
And she's also doing 3D.
Yeah.
Which is one of the few. You're one of the few people who are also doing 3D
I have a couple.
patterns.
Yeah, she does them better. Hers are more cute, and I have some curse words up here, and
yours are for
a
doing
unicorn over here somewhere.
Well, hers are the ones that you have to sew, and yours are the ones that you just do on plastic.
Yeah,
the plastic stuff. So it's different.
It's different. Yeah, but hers are adorable. I love them. Oh, so my finishes. I forgot to mention this in announcements. So this is a start and finish, and this is called Fear for Our Democracy. This is the latest freebie in the Notorious Needle Ninja VIP group. This is free. If you go to notoriousneedle.com/
It's your Facebook group, right?
No, it's not. It's in the Facebook group, but it's also in my my membership, my free membership group. I'm trying to remember. I think it's like notoriousneedle.com/subscribe. I'll put the link below, but this is the latest pattern freebie. So this is a quote from Supreme Court Justice.
Wasn't it Sotomayor?
Was it? Yeah, Sotomayor.
Mm-hmm.
And in her dissent in the immunity case. So basically the majority, which consisted of pretty much the men, said that the President of the United States is, quote, absolutely immune, end quote, from criminal prosecution for his core functions, or their core function. I shouldn't
Official.
say his official
For
functions.
any official function,
And
which basically makes him a king.
And Sotomayor wrote in her dissent, with fear for our democracy, I dissent, which is notable for two reasons. One, with fear for our democracy, that's never been said before. And she did not say, I respectfully dissent, which is common. She wrote, I dissent. So that is an indicator of the strength of her dissent. I stitched this in the called for colors. This is on 28 count even weave from DMC in it's a ecru. It's like an eggshell.
Yep, and this may be my next T-shirt that I wear to the polls when I go to vote.
Yep. Be careful what you wear to the polls. Sometimes there's rules about it now, but yeah. So anyway, this is free. Link below. This is my finish. One of my finishes.
You know they can take their rules and put them somewhere else.
This is so this is the finish I told you about earlier. This is was it Enchanted Pumpkin? Yeah, Enchanted Pumpkin by Mill Hill, one of the Mill Hill bead kits. And this is my finish. The fabric is from...
It's orange!
Isn't it? Or I have to iron it. I had it the tag around here somewhere. It's from
You don't have it written in your book?
I didn't. No, it's from the lady from Steel City Stitches.
Stitchers?
Yeah. Gosh, I'll remember her name and I'll put it here. And the fabric didn't have a name. It's just this. I don't think she names her colors. It's just this beautiful bright orange.
Was it atomic fabric?
No. It's Steel City Stitcher.
I know, but I can't think. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is what it looks. Here's the pretty beads. It came out so pretty. And I bought fabric to finish it into a pillow one day. So once I started I had trouble, but once I got into a groove, the last time you saw this, all I had was like a little swirl here in the middle, and that was it. And then I finished it. I spent some time home recently because I injured my back. It's not 100%, but I'm getting there. So thank you for all of your kind wishes in the last Flosstube. I appreciate it. But so I did it wrong according to all of the rules about how you're supposed to bead your cross stitch. I just beaded as I went. So the cross on the cross stitch is what has the bead on it.
Oh, so that's how you did it.
That's how I did it.
You did it with the top cross of the stitch.
Mm-hmm. And it can be challenging because your floss does get a little bit tangled in the bead. So I guess if you do it that way, it would be better depending on if you're right-handed, go left to right. So you're not stitching over where you already put the beads. And if you're left-handed, I would recommend going right to left.
Yeah, because it'll get snagged.
It does get snagged a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you just be a little bit extra careful.
Mm-hmm.
It was tricky though because I was using the same floss and the pattern has a different symbol for the beaded stitches versus just the floss.
Right.
Which of course it does. How else are they going to delineate that?
Right.
However, because I was doing it wrong, I guess, I had to put it in my I had to create a digital working copy and mark it off in a different way. So, but it came out fabulous.
I think it's really cute.
There'll be a close-up at the end of the video. I love how it came out. I love the bead choices that they made because you're stitching, the whole thing is black with a little bit of orange and all of the beads are on a black spot, But the beads they chose, not the black seed beads, but the purple and the green ones that they chose to go with this in this kit, they're black on the inside and then they have green or purple on the outside. So it definitely has this like gothic feel to it. I love it. It came out so good. So
It did
pretty.
come out cute.
And I love all the swirls and stuff. Yeah.
Why don't you make it into a flat fold? Why
I already bought the stuff. I don't want a flat fold. I want a
Okay.
pillow.
All right. It's not going to be a big pillow.
I've never made a pillow before. Yeah, it's not a pillow to use.
Oh,
It's
like
a decorative pillow.
Oh, like to put little pins in, like a pin pillow,
no, just
maybe?
to put on a shelf and enjoy
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I've never made a pillow. I want to give it a try. I think this is a good opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's finish number 2 and finish number 3. Da, da, da. This is Tentacles by Ezo Studios on Etsy. This is stitched on 18 count DMC, just white. And I did not use any of the called for colors except for black. I used my own colorway. This came out great. This I'm going to finish in a hoop, and I bought some fabulous fabric to finish it with.
Oh, good.
And to decorate, there's going to be like, this will be in an inner hoop, and then there'll be an outer hoop with the fabric around it and a pretty little bow. I'm going to finish it the same as I finished.
And black lace.
Harder Daddy. Yep. And some black lace.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a present for a friend who doesn't watch my Flosstube. I missed his birthday. Oh, but he's still going to love it. I'm just going to give it to him whenever I finish it. I'm not going to wait for a special occasion because I already missed his birthday. So those are my finishes. So
And
now we move on to whips.
No, we don't.
Oh,
'cause
your
I didn't
finishes.
do my finishes.
Oh, right. So
I only
we
did my fully finished.
I count them all. I can't even talk. I count them all as finishes. Bridget likes to distinguish between FFOs and FOs.
Because the FFO...
But I never have FFOs. It doesn't count.
Well, you're going to have a pillow to show next month, aren't you? Is that your plan?
I'll talk about it in plans.
And you're gonna give that.
We'll see what happens.
You're gonna give that away,
I don't
but
know.
we're gonna see what it looks like first.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
We'll talk about this.
Yeah, okay. So this one is one of my finishes. Hang on a second. This one's called Flower is the Love. It says, life is the flower, love is the honey.
Aww.
And it's a bee.
That's cute.
And this came out of Donna Cooler's book, 555 Country Cross-Stitch Patterns. So
yes,
these are still available, and you can either, sometimes they're on Amazon, sometimes they're on, I get mine on thriftybooks.com because I'm cheap.
I got mine on Amazon. I'll put the link below.
And I like her Donna Cooler's patterns because she gives you a lot of patterns. They're small, they're easy to work up.
I have that one, and I have the Christmas one.
So the reason I did this one is because I finished this one last month.
Okay. Oh, it's not a fully finished, Bridget?
No, it's not a fully finished. Brat.
Yes, I am Brat. Ah,
but I thought
she has no idea what that means. That's okay.
The two of them together are a similar size. They're not on the same color, but I don't really care. This is going to be my next needle book.
Okay.
So I haven't finished
You're enjoying this
yet.
needle book situation.
Well, you know what? They're easy to do.
Yeah.
They're fast to work up. You wouldn't know because you haven't even finished the primitive tarot one yet. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, funny story. I had a comment. I think it was Dre Stitcher on Instagram was like, "Oh, whatever happened? How did it go finishing your needle book?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't finish it yet."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I might finish mine before yours." And I was like, "That could be true."
Probably true. Probably true.
This is why I had to do the finishing tutorials, because I have a really hard time finishing, and I'm just trying to make it. I feel like if I can make it more fun for you, I can make it more fun for me.
Well, here's the thing too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a stack, literally a stack of stuff that I have finished stitching that will probably never be framed. And some of them I even bought frames for, and they probably will still never be framed.
I've done that.
And I've given myself permission because I like the stitching. The finishing, maybe. But if it's something that I know I can use, like the needle book, the pin cushions, something that I can display and it's cute and it's small and it works up a little fast, those I will finish. It's the framing part that gets me. I am terrible at framing. Can't get them straight. If they have a border, it's going to be askew on one side. It never fails. or I get it all framed up and then I see that I didn't get all the wrinkles ironed out.
Oh.
And it's just so disheartening to me. So I gave myself permission to just finish it if I want to finish it, and not if I don't, and stitch it anyway.
Okay.
So if I have permission, you have permission.
Thanks, Mom.
And you do too. But I still can't help being a little snarky about it.
Oh, it's fine. It's all in good fun. I'm not upset about it.
I know.
Are you kidding? If we got upset with each other every time we said something sarcastic and snarky, we'd never talk.
No. That's just the way our family is. Yeah. It's love. I only pick on people I care about.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's promote that.
No, sorry.
To be fair, it didn't really start till I was already grown up. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were not sarcastic with each other when I was a kid. Kids can't handle that.
No, they don't understand sarcasm now. Although you could dish it out as a kid.
I learned from the best.
Yep.
What can I say?
My mother.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And my grandmother.
Your dad.
And my dad.
Yeah.
The whole family. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. More finishes.
Nope. That's
okay.
it.
Okay. We are
Now
done
we're
with
on
finish.
whips.
Okay, whips.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys, I worked a ton. So first, let me show you the next. Oh wait, I'll do this when you show your whip. Okay. So this is Policy and Change. This is one of my designs. Oops. This is how it looks finished with the called for colors. I decided not to stitch it in the called for colors. This is, shoot, I took a picture and then I cut it off. Who was the here we go, revert. Abby A submitted this picture to me, and this is her colorway. So these are the colors that are used in many of the other patterns in the political therapy collection that I released probably 4 years ago now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that was the last time we.
And I really liked her colorway, so I ended up doing it completely different. I think these are supposed to be red.
Oops.
Ha! I did blue. So this is what I've gotten done so far. Last time you saw this, I had the words and I was just starting to stitch this. So I added this and this motif here. And I'm going to have to change these because hers are red.
These are red.
Yeah, so I'm going to change it to red. I like the way she did it.
Yeah.
And then I think what I might do, don't hold me to it because... But I like this colorway so much, I might re-release the pattern in this colorway. Like just include it in the same listing so that you get both. So this is Policy and Change, part of the Political Therapy collection on notoriousneedle.com/shop. And here's, I have like 4 whips. I have been working on, this is the video game sampler by Screaming Heart Designs.
One of my favorites.
Bridget stitched this up last year or the year before.
Yeah.
On white, right? And
yes.
I'm stitching it on black.
Which makes it a little harder.
It does, and because it's, I think this is 16 count.
So this is not work safe.
It's not small. Oh, well, yeah, we already said that. Oh, you can see right through it too. Yeah, so I stitched all of the blue. Can you hold one side?
Sure.
Thanks, Mom.
Of course.
So since last time I stitched all of this blue motif, which was kind of a pain, and then I started stitching these aliens. So eventually I will finish this and put it in my husband's. It's for my husband for his man cave. And I'm using the called for colors on, I think this is 16 count black Aida.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Policy and Change, this is 18 count white Aida, which I really like. It's easier to stitch on than, 36 count linen.
Well, that's true.
Oh,
I find Aida is much easier to stitch on.
Okay, and then my next whip is, this is Yggdrasil. This is by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. This is what it'll look like finished. This is a monochrome pattern, so I added my own colorway. I stitched on this quite a bit. Do you mind again holding one side for me?
Sure. Is this the front or the back?
Oh no, that's the back.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's so neat.
Show them the back.
I am definitely a type A personality with.
Look at her back. I couldn't tell the difference. Oh my goodness.
So since last time,
is it right?
Yeah, this is right side up. Yep. Since last time you saw this, I think stitched more in here. I'm almost done with the tree part, and I added more of the frame, and I started stitching this corner motif.
It's looking so good.
Yeah, so I was planning on stitching from inside out, right? I was going to do the 4 corners and then the next border, but I realized I'm going to get really bored stitching those borders. So if I want to finish this, I'm going to have to figure out a way to like trick myself into not being bored, because there's 2 more borders after this one. Yeah. And they're called borders because sometimes they're boring.
Is that your thought?
It'll look pretty when it's done, but stitching it is a little, it's
You're almost enticing me to finish mine.
I love it.
Because it looks so pretty.
It's so I love this, and I love this colorway.
And this is Wapo Blue.
This is 36 count linen. This is Wapo Blue by Needle Bling Designs. And what was I gonna say? Oh, you threw me off.
Sorry, borders are boring.
That's so I'm stitching like 1 strand here, and then 1 strand here, and then 1 strand here, and I think I'm gonna start the next border as well. Yeah, so because that way I can switch. So I'll not 1 strand, but like I'll take out a 6 strand, and then I'll use up. I'm doing this. I'm stitching 2/2 on 36 count linen. So I'll stitch three strands because it's 2 strands. Because it's 6-stranded floss, right? Well, don't you 3?
So
3 needles worth.
So when I do 6-stranded floss, I make the strands extra long.
Yeah.
And then I fold it in half. So
that's
still 6 strands.
Yeah, still 6. Yeah.
Okay.
So But what I mean is I'll take the 6-stranded floss and make 1 cut, and I'll use that, and then I'll switch to another color and make 1 cut, and I'll use those, and then another color, and then that keeps me interested. Well, because here's the thing, this is not mindless. You have to count this knot work here. So I can't just ignore what I'm doing. I have to pay attention, and my brain is like, the same motif again. No. So anyway, that's how I'm stitching that. And I always like to mention, when you mess up, you gotta just figure it out. So sometimes you can take it out. I could not. I added a column in here somewhere. So over here, I subtracted a column. So it should line up, but this is why I started stitching this border, because I wanted to make sure it would line up okay. I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will.
It
was this side. It was this side.
Yeah, you'll make it work.
It was this side, so it already did line up. Mm-hmm. That's why I started stitching the border. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm going to be so bored. And then my last whip is the Temperature Dragon. So I finished June. I'm going backwards. Here's the picture. Way. Yeah. This is the Temperature Dragon by Christie's Corner Needle on Etsy. So that's the listing photo. And this is a temperature cell. And hers is designed for the leap year, 2024. And I am stitching it in my own colorway. This is what I have so far. So this is January, February, March, April, May, and June.
But you did start over on that one.
I did. I stitched up to, I think it was April, and I was like, this is looking really monotonous. So I trashed it and redid it. So originally I was stitching 1 color for every 5 degrees. But the temperatures don't fluctuate that much in Florida. You have cold and then you have warm, and you can see like I changed it to 1 color for every 2 degrees, and you can still see like there's not a lot of variation. I mean, you'll get 5 days in a row that are the same high temperature. And so I did a couple of things. If that happens, if I get 3 days in a row that are the same temperature, I will change colors. I will do day 1 will be the real color. Day 2 will be the day 4 color. Day 3 will be the same as day 1, and then day 4 is the same as day 2. So I do this. I go back and forth between 2 colors that are very close together. But then you get more detail, and it's hard to see on the camera. And then I started outlining the rainy days in silver.
So you can see how many days it rains. It's not all day.
Yeah. I mean, you can see all this rain, right? January and February and March, and this is our dry season. So now this is April, May, June starts our rainy season.
Yeah.
So you'll see a lot more
silver.
It came out so pretty. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, and so you can't tell, but the eyes are also black metallic. anyway,
Oh, cool.
I'm loving it. I can't wait to
Good.
finish. So I decided to stitch it in monthly buckets, so I haven't started July yet because I'm changing colors if there's like multiple days in a row that use the same color. I just like how it looks better. Anyway, that is all of my whips.
Right, because your Sal is fully finished.
My Sal is
But you'll
fully
show
finished
that when I show mine?
when you show yours.
Okay,
Yep.
all right. So it's my turn.
Your turn.
Oh boy, oh
Take
boy.
it away, Bridget.
Okay. So first of all, I'm worked on the swords. Stitch Along, which is from Witch's Garden Crafts, Michelle Young's pattern. And this is on 16 count Aida from Bestitch Me called Lunar. And I did the other sword, or at least I've gotten,
Oh yeah.
a couple swords done. And then she released
pretty.
these two last month. In July, she released these two. So I don't know if you can get that nice and close. It's really pretty. This is the Swords Tarot. And these are her own designs. So this is not copied from any existing tarot deck or artist. These are hers. And I'm really enjoying these. I love how she's got the all of the sword motifs in here, the page and the knight. What do you call that? Is that a griffin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I mean, it's just super, super pretty. So I'm,
It's eagle in the front and lion in the back.
yes. So I'm stuck on those. I don't have a finished picture because obviously it's a stitch along.
Right.
And then the other one I'm stitching that I stitched on this month, I didn't stitch on the major one.
Okay.
And then this is the Light Goddess stitch along. And this one is on 16 count Aida Stonehenge by Bestitch Me.
Oh, that's lovely.
And she released the last two. These are the July goddesses down here. It's Demeter and Frigg. Oh, actually, let me get my little frog off of Demeter there. Sorry. Oh. And so we're almost at the finish line.
Yeah.
When she releases the last two in August, that'll be the last two. And so the Light Goddess Stitch Along will be finished. And of course, I will then be free to slice off this part here and have some more fabric for something else.
Okay.
Really, really pretty. I'm enjoying these. I really am.
I can tell.
Yeah. And then we get to, you want to show yours, but this is how far I've gotten on the Vote As If, because she just released it yesterday and I had something else to do Friday night, so I didn't get to stitch on it that much. And this is on Mist.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing the 18 count?
This is 18 count. Yeah. This. Yeah. And I'm doing two threads on 18 count, and I'm using the Dying for Sass threads. Mm-hmm. So it's going to say, vote as if your son is transgender.
Yep. And then the next release is House is flooded.
Ah.
So that's the next release.
I'll be saying no to that one as soon as when I stitch it.
No,
my house is not flooded. No, my house is not flooded.
Just vote as if
right.
It could happen, because we've had 2 floods here in South Florida in the past, I would say not calendar year, but the past 13 months.
Yeah.
2 floods.
Yeah.
15 months, something like that.
And I know people
100-year floods.
And I know people who have had,
flooded both times.
But flooded both times. And
so if you're moving to South Florida, check your flood zone before you buy property.
But I'm really loving this one. This is so much fun to do. And it works up so fast too.
It does. It's small. Each section is relatively few stitches, but I really just wanted people to be able to catch up. So many times you're in a Sal and you're like, oh my God, it's, thousands of stitches and I don't. And I'm loving how
it's striped diagonally instead of straight across or straight up and down.
Thanks,
the diagonal stripe makes it really interesting to stitch.
I like it too.
I do.
And with each release, you get a little bit of background information, with sources cited by yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
So you can learn why people are saying these things. Like, these are not phrases that I necessarily came up with. These are things that people are saying all over the world. You need to consider you and yours, but you also need to consider the world when you're voting for your leader, your representatives. And this is why they are saying specifically, vote as if your son is transgender, vote as if your house is flooded, because these things are happening to other people, even if they're not happening to you. So anyway.
Well, we have transgender people in our family.
A lot. Well, so when I did this, I learned something like 30% of Americans know someone close to them who is transgender.
Exactly.
Even though the transgender population makes up right now 1.8% of the population.
Yeah.
So it's rare, but like they're just people.
Exactly.
They're just people.
So why should you get upset if they have the same rights as everybody else? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Heaven help us. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Move on. So my next whip is Sue Hillis Designs Pajama Santa. Yes, I worked on Santa this month.
The Santa table runner. The infamous, is it infamous?
Uh-oh.
The famous Santa table runner.
Yep.
It came undone.
Well, here's what happened. I took the clips off.
Hold on. I want to lose these beads. Let me put them away.
Put the beads away because I gotta kind of roll. I gotta roll up the table runner.
No, you know what?
What? No,
it's on my side. You don't want to show it?
I will. Well, on your side.
So you don't have to roll it up.
So what happened is I was here. Let me just show my progress.
Oh, here we go.
And then I'll tell you the story.
And while you're talking, we'll show the rest of them.
Okay. So anyway, what happened is
happened was.
Quit correcting my English.
I wasn't. I was just making fun.
Okay. So this side has nothing on it, basically, right? I got maybe this much fabric. I'm going to put something on that side. It's going to be words.
What did you do, Bridget?
Nothing.
Okay.
This side was all the other 9 Santas, because this is number 10.
Yes.
Rolled up.
Okay.
And I'm right-handed. So as I'm stitching my hand has to go around this great big roll. It was heavy. It was in the way.
Yeah.
It was just very difficult to do. And then I don't remember who said, I think it might have been you.
It was me.
And said, just throw it over your shoulder.
Because I'm brilliant.
And I'm like, oh. So what I did is I unrolled it and I just stuck it in my lap or stuck it over my shoulder or whatever. And then it was light again. Like, duh. But okay, even though I'm not done, we'll go ahead and unroll it a little bit.
So this is so these are all Sue Hillis designs, and this is 14 count monk's cloth.
Yes, right. And this is pajamas.
And these are the called for colors. You didn't do stash.
Oh no stash.
Because there's 10 of them. We want to match colors.
Everything must match.
Matchy. That's our type A personality talking.
And they're DMC because if this sucker runs, I'm suing their ass. I'm just saying.
For 2 years worth of work. So
exactly.
So what's this one?
You have to ask. Okay, this is the Stitching Santa.
Stitching Santa.
This is the Candy Stick Santa.
Candy Stick Santa.
And this is the Teddy Bear Santa. Thank you. I have to see what it is from behind. And that's the Cookie Santa. And this one is
stocking. That's the stocking Santa.
That's the stock. Yeah, you see stockings in the corner. That's the stocking Santa. And this one is the Poinsettia Santa. And this one is the Snowflake Santa. And then we get to Santa's Animal Friends, which is this one. And then the one that I started with was the Traveling Santa.
Oop, and there's a stain. That'll wash out, though.
There is a stain. And at one point, my bird pooped on part of it, but not on the stitching part. Not on the stitching part. But, you know, that'll come out better. But anyway, it's away from the stitching, so I'll get that little stain out. The whole thing's going to be washed. Because, you know, it's got hand grime.
It's been, I mean, just now you dragged it on the floor.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's
unruly.
I mean, I'm not precious about it, okay?
Right.
It's a lot of work, but it's going to go on the kitchen table. Or the dining room table.
We're not eating it on it, but it will be collecting dust.
No. I actually suggested to my husband that we buy a glass topper for my big dining room table, so that when I put this on it, that you put the glass topper on top of it, and that way the bird can't drop anything on it from the ceiling fan.
But if you beat it, you can't do that because it'll crush.
Well, I'm not going to beat it, but I do have little charms.
That's what I mean.
There's little charms that are going to go with each one.
The charms if you do that.
That's true. So I won't be doing that, I guess. Anyway, he nixed the idea.
Oh,
he did.
He didn't like that.
It would be too heavy.
I mean, it's not like you need to move it. But you
Well,
would never
yeah.
be able to retract your dye. You can't take the leaves out because the glass doesn't have leaves.
Right. Well, he nixed the idea.
Okay.
It wasn't practical.
Okay.
It was just a thought anyway. But anyway, so here's the pajama Santa. I got this moon on one side. I got the star on the other.
Oh,
And
I love
I
it.
have been working on it. You can see.
Did you ever decide
out
what
right here.
charm you're gonna do on this one?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever I can find.
Because this one didn't come with a charm.
This is not one that came with a charm. Yeah, about half of them. I think 6 of them came with charms, and the other 4 did not.
Okay.
So I'll be I'll be shopping for charms.
All right.
Yeah.
So cute.
At some point I'm gonna have to roll this back up again.
Oh yeah.
But for now, I'm just gonna put it over here.
That's the dog
and
hair.
Put it in the bag. Yeah, there is dog hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably dog hair in everything I stitch.
That those golden retriever mixes. Let me tell you, I thought I was getting a golden doodle mix, and she ended up more golden than doodle. So.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Now, mind you, I saw somebody who was saying, "Oh my God, I have 3 whips and I want to start something else." And I went, "Girl, I got 14 going."
14. Wow.
I do, but I don't have time. I don't work on
12 or
all of
13.
them.
Yeah, no.
I don't work on all.
I
of them.
put them away. Like I'm gonna take out the more Halloween ones now. I think I'll finish them. Anyway, we'll talk about plans.
So here's the Christmas camper.
Yay!
That's what it's gonna look like finished.
And that's
Living on the Rainbow.
Living on the Rainbow, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can see there's a lot of little French knots and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind French knots. I mastered those years ago. They're not.
Oops.
What did I drop?
I don't know. We'll find out
I
later.
don't either. I guess we'll figure that out later. But here's what I've got so far. So I've got this little bit done.
So that's the front with the door.
Right. And then this is the back with the window.
Okay.
So that's as much as I've gotten done.
It's very cute coming together.
It is coming together. And you know what? I don't worry too much about traveling across the back because it's going to get stuffed. This goes on cardboard. You put cardboard on it and then you do the round piece over the top and you have to cut this very, very close.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 away.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't worry about that either. And then you put the cardboard behind this and then you roll this over and use fabric glue. Then you have to sew it all the way around. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But, once I did the first one, I was like, wow, this isn't that bad.
And you liked her instructions. They were easy to follow.
Her instructions were great.
Good.
Yeah. She even tells you where you might have to do like 2 stitches on one side to 1 stitch on the other
I saw
to make the curve.
Yeah.
And how to pin it and all of that. Her instructions were super easy.
Good.
So that's why I'm making more of them. Because if it was a bitch to do the first one, I never would have done the second one. So this is the Christmas one. This will probably be done before Christmas anyway. Because they're just cute. I don't know. And I don't even, really need pin cushions, but why do we don't stitch what we need? They're just adorable. Yeah. And then my last one that I worked on is the Haunted House by Starlight Stitchery. And that's what it's going to look like when it's finished.
Very nice.
Someday.
Was this a stitchy box? Like, did you get
this was
thread?
the stitchy box?
So you got the floss with it and everything. So this was a kit. Okay.
Except it didn't come with all of the floss. It came with
the specialty flosses.
Specialty flosses from Forbidden Fiber Company.
Okay.
And
then you had to get your kit up your own DMC.
Right.
So that's why they called it a box instead of a kit, I think.
Yeah. And then the this is 14 count Ghostly, which also came in the box. I bought the 14 count box.
It's gorgeous.
So look, I've gotten so far.
Oh my gosh.
And I got some number 4, so I was able to finish up that room. Finished up that room.
So what is this room? Is this the bedroom?
That's the bedroom.
Okay.
That's the bathroom.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. That's the library, I guess, because there's books. There's the attic. I'm working my way down the side because over here is going to be the garden, and that's by Noctiflora.
Oh,
I really want to do that one.
Noctiflora did this one on my background. This one right here. It's very fun.
I'm missing a cloud over here.
Okay.
So I'm not worrying about that right now because I'll get that done.
Yep.
But it's kind of cute.
That's your Netflix stitching.
Yeah, and a lot of this over here is Netflix stitching because it's all 4, and then you go back through and you do some back stitch that makes it turn into shingles.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, you've got some big areas where you can just like zone out and stitch.
Yeah.
And then you've got some of the areas where you have to pay attention.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like got a nice mix.
It's really cute.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pillow because
I love it.
anything that big.
Yeah.
Am I going to frame this?
Yeah, for $300, they'll frame it for you.
Yeah, no. I love it. It's going to be probably
I can't wait to go shopping with you for backing fabric.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That'll be
so much fun.
And I have a sewing machine, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Well, something that size. Yeah, I'm going to hand stitch the pumpkin. Well, we can talk about plans. Are we ready?
Okay.
Plans.
Yes, we are ready because that was the last of my whips.
Yeah.
Yep. I only worked on 6 whips this month.
Only 6. What did I have?
Yep.
4. Plus a couple of finishes. So.
But you have finishes. Yeah. So I'm very proud.
Thanks, Mom. Hopefully next month I will have a fully finished. I need to at least finish the tentacles because it's a present and I missed his birthday already. So
So he won't mind if you save it for the next Flosstube and then give it.
No, no. But I don't want to wait till Christmas. I don't think that's fair.
No.
So I want to fully finish that.
And your pumpkin.
Oh, I did buy stuff. Where did I put the stuff? Hold on one second.
And it's still all in the bag.
It is. Because I saved it for the Flosstube.
Okay, get yourself together.
I guess I should have talked about this during new Stitchy Stuff. But
maybe.
So tentacles. This is going to be the fabric that I finish it with, but I bought this mesh. And I'm going to put it over the red so it'll look kind of like fishnet stockings. So I'm going to finish that. And then for the with Fear for Our Democracy, I got this beautiful glitter tulle. So that's going to go around the edge inside this fabulous glitter frame. Which is cool. Let's see, the fabric I got at, it was Joann's, right?
Right.
Joann's. And this, I think did I get this at the dollar store? Dollar General?
I think so. Dollar Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Tree. I got this at Dollar Tree. And for the pumpkin, this way, it goes this way. For the pumpkin pillow, I got this fabulous, it's got glitter on it. I got this fabulous pumpkin fabric, so that's going to be the back fabric,
which is going to look so cute.
The pumpkin, and I think that's going to be
so cute,
perfect.
And you have stuffing already.
I bought stuffing already.
Okay,
I did buy stuffing. I bought the stuffing for another project, which I haven't finished.
That so often
Let's
happens.
See. Oh, and new Stitchy Stuff. I forgot. I bought a bib because a friend of mine at work is going to be at Grandpa for the first time, so I'll make a bib for him. Yeah, so that's plans for that.
So that's the plans.
More plans for the Vote As If Stitch Along. And then I don't know if I'll have them published before then, but I do plan on designing more cross-stitch t-shirts. So these won't be Notorious Needle specific. These will be for just stitching. It'll be cross-stitch. And then I'll probably eventually come out with like knitting and crochet as well, because, you know, the same kinds of things apply. It's very similar, and a lot of folks do more than one. Not me, I'm boring, but they do more than multiple.
But
so
no,
those are my plans.
To be clear, the designs on the shirts, are they to be stitched, or are they just
no,
shirts
these are just
wear?
More t-shirts like these to wear.
With
but
memes.
They won't with goofy sayings and fun. It'll be just fun stuff, but not Notorious Needle specific. Like it won't have our logo or anything like the current ones do. And then I'm gonna put them in my Etsy shop. But when I do, I'll make an announcement. So yeah, so those are plans. I don't know if I'm gonna finish all this stuff this month. I've got and I need to finish the voter buttons because I promised my grandma. Hi, Grandma. I promised her some voter buttons.
And she wants one.
She does. She wants to wear them. She wants to show them to everybody where she lives and encourage them to vote. Those are who are capable.
Because they're actually starting voting in a couple weeks where she lives. They're going to have
the primaries for the Florida primaries are August, not the presidential primaries. Those are done. Now we have 2 primaries. So the rest of them are in August. Yep. So I owe her that. So I will have to finish that. I might finish those today. They don't take that long. I shouldn't have told her that. I just,
just in case she doesn't.
I just ended up prioritizing stitching instead of finishing, like I always do. So okay, love you, Grandma. Bye. Those are my plans. What are your plans, Bridget?
Well, my plan is to finish the Christmas camper.
Okay.
Because I can.
Yes.
Because it's small. And of course, you know, the stitch alongs, I'm going to try and keep up with those.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to come after the Light Goddess stitch along, but I think what I'd like to do is finish the Major Tarot one before I start another.
So you're gonna try and finish the
Stitch
Light
along.
Goddess and the Major Tarot
And the major
before
one
you
before I
start.
start another.
Don't you need to do? You still need to do the rods, right? Has she come out with that yet for the tarot?
No, but I'm gonna. But I'm working on the swords.
Yeah.
So she won't come out with the new one until the swords are done, which is fine. But she may come out with another either Dark God or Light God or something.
Oh.
And you know, I'm kind of. And then I saw this other stitch along that I liked, and I don't know, I may do that. I saw somebody posted on Facebook, and it was like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna try and keep my whips down to less than a dozen.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish some stuff up.
Yeah.
Because I think having more than a dozen whips doesn't work for me because I end up not working on them.
Yeah, I think I like to have, aside from the holiday ones, 4 or 5 on rotation, like 4 that I can show you, and then a 5th that I'm test stitching, because I do have another whip that I am test stitching, but it won't come out till January 2026, so I'm not going to show you that. But yeah, I like to have like 1 each week.
Yeah.
In the month, and having more than that is really just overwhelming.
It's hard for you,
yeah,
because you don't have that much time, and plus you have to do, you know, this and editing and all of that. That takes a lot of time.
It does.
I know, because I edit my husband's beekeeping YouTube channel, and
that's Beekeeping with Rich if you're interested.
Yep. You won't see me on camera. It's all him.
Yeah.
But I do.
You'll hear her comments.
Well, I have to prompt him sometimes, you know. So
well, because he knows, right? But like you don't know, so you gotta ask.
Yeah.
It's hard. Teaching somebody stuff is hard because you forget the easy stuff for you is not the easy stuff for them.
Right. So I ask the pertinent questions that people might want to know, and I do all the editing and all of the videoing and standing out in the heat and yeah.
What other plans do you have? You think?
Well, I was looking at the cruise.
Oh yeah,
but they're full, aren't they?
I don't know.
Rats. Yeah, I think they're full.
I don't know.
Anyway,
sure, they're full. Don't spend your money.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work on Santa. Santa is going to be finished this year. What month I don't know.
Oh,
but that is my pledge.
Fully finished
to
or
myself.
stitchy finished? Do you
think? Oh no, fully.
Oh, okay.
Fully finished and on the table.
Okay.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So that is my deadline.
All right. So you've got August, September, October, and most of November.
So
that's 4 months.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
That's plenty of time.
Well, you also have to like figure out how you're going to finish it.
No, I've kind of finished.
Yeah,
I've figured that out too.
All right.
And you know what I've decided on? But I may change my mind again because I've changed my mind like 4 times already.
You're allowed. You're allowed. Woman's prerogative.
Why not? So instead of doing like Merry Christmas or Happy Solstice or Feliz Navidad or Joyous Noel or any of the other multitude of the, I think what I may just do is chart out Welcome Santa.
Oh.
Since they're all Santas.
I like that.
And then just put that on both sides.
Oh, I like that.
So we only have to do one chart.
Yeah.
And put it on both ends. Welcome Santa.
Now is that going to be oriented?
It's going to be sideways.
Okay,
so the welcome.
So 90 degrees 90 degrees against the Santa.
Yeah, so the welcome will be going this way. It'll say welcome and then Santa. So you would read it from the ends because that's where they're going to be facing the ends of the table.
What kind of font do you think you're going to use? Is it going to be boxy, scripty? Do you want it to be like swirly?
I think Gothic for maybe the first letter.
Gothic.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like medieval?
Well,
like this one.
Yes,
like this.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at that, but I'm going to look at a couple of different things.
I have some ideas.
Don't think I want it to be exactly script, We'll have to see.
I have a
You have
font.
some ideas?
I do.
Okay,
I have
good.
a font you might like.
Good. But I think putting that on there takes it completely out of the realm of any particular religion.
Yeah.
And puts it into, because they're all Santas.
They're all Santas.
You know, and
yeah.
that's...
And everybody loves Santa.
Well, if you don't love Santa, then
I don't want to know
I don't want to know you. You took the words right out of my mouth. If you don't love Santa, let me know so I can unfriend you on Facebook.
We're not really friends. Sorry.
Anyways, yeah, I'm not quite obsessed,
Ooh,
but
this mesh
a little
is itchy.
bit. Yeah, it is.
Oof.
So you're not going to put that on anything you want to wear.
No. It's going on the tentacles.
Yeah. Oh, and I think I want to get a shirt and do the Aida scent on a shirt.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll check and see if I can wear it to voting, because I can wear it until if they say I can't wear that, then I'll just bring a sweater to throw it over.
So with some of them will let you wear causes but not candidates. You know what I mean?
But that doesn't have a candidate.
No,
on
it doesn't. So this might be okay, but like just check the rules because they're changing all the time. I see all the time people are like, oh yeah, I live in Texas and I checked and I didn't check a box or whatever, so I'm not registered. And in Florida, like if you haven't voted in the past 2 or 4 elections, including primaries and midterms and unscheduled elections, they take you off the voter roll. You have to, so just check. Anyway, that brings us to, that brings us to our segment about American politics. So if this is not your jam, I get it. Thank you for watching this far, and we appreciate you.
But if you're excited,
so
stay on.
This month, I was requested to talk about third-party candidate, and I will get to that, but it's not going to be this month because there has been a huge change up in the election for president in the United States, and that is because President Joe Biden has withdrawn from the race, and he has endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. And
unless you live in a cave, you already knew this.
You already knew. It's okay if you live in a cave. Not everyone's, but likely, if you're watching us, you probably.
I don't know how you could miss the news, but you could miss it.
Some people don't pay attention to anything political until after Labor Day because it's stressful, and if I get it.
And if I'm camping, that's me.
You're off the grid.
No. But I have been totally on the grid.
Yeah,
I've been watching all kinds of YouTube commentators about this the past couple of days because I've been very excited.
So as of the recording of this video, which is Saturday, July 27th, Kamala Harris has enough pledged delegates to win the nomination for the Democrat candidate for president. We have not heard yet who she's going to pick for her VP. They're calling it Veep Stakes, which is what they always call it. There's a lot of opinions about that. Yeah. They're floating around a bunch of guys like Mark Shapiro and not Mark Shapiro, Ben Shapiro. Is it Ben Shapiro, Pete Buttigieg, and Mark Kelly. And basically, these are all white guys. Pete's gay, but they're all white guys, and because they're trying to balance the ticket because I guess it's like, oh no, a woman for president. Oh my God, a woman of color.
Oh my God, you can't have 2 women in charge.
Heaven forbid the country's run by black women.
Their head would explode.
Anyway, excuse me. I think that's silly, but I understand they're trying to appeal to the majority of voters. Excuse me. So regarding the nomination process, everything that I've heard, and please check your news sources because I am not a journalist, everything that I've heard is that they're just going to go through the rules that already exist for the Democratic Party for making a nomination. And here's the thing. Yes, if you voted for Joe Biden in the primary, you're not getting Joe Biden. But he's allowed to withdraw from the nomination.
Right.
He's allowed to withdraw from the race. And you did vote for the ticket of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But you don't actually vote for the ticket. It's much like our electoral college. When you vote in the primary for the Democratic Party, you are voting for a delegate. And the delegate chooses the nominee. And so your delegates are still your delegates, the ones that you voted for. And most of them are just honoring Biden's endorsement and wholeheartedly supporting Kamala Harris. That's all that's really going to happen. But she has to be the nominee before August 7th, because that is when the names are due for the earliest state so that they can be on the ballot.
Right. So they can print the ballots.
So my point is, I just wanted to let you know that they're going through the normal nomination process as far as the delegates choosing the nominee and how that goes. And she has a majority of she has enough pledged delegates who already switched from Joe Biden to Kamala Harris.
Right.
So you won't see that at the convention. The convention is until, I think, August 19th, because they wanted to wait until after the Olympics. So I'm just reassuring you that they didn't change any rules or anything. They already had a contingency plan if something like this happened.
And people keep screaming about how this is unprecedented and there's less than 100 days left till the election and all of that.
Actually, Sunday, July 28th, which is tomorrow, is 100 days. Just saying.
But if you look historically, and I'm old enough to remember some of this.
No.
Yes. In 1968, the presidential nominee, I think it was, I don't remember who it was. Anyway, it's been done before. Okay. It has been done before. The nominee withdrew? Yeah. Or the presidential candidate withdrew from the race less than 100 days. And before 1912, we didn't even have primaries. Okay. And they brought those back in the 1950s. So this is not unprecedented and never been done before and something that the Democrats have cooked up and all of that crap.
Oh, yeah, that's baloney.
But I think it is interesting. And I am so tickled that if President Biden was going to withdraw, that he did it after Trump had already picked his vice president. Because I think that Trump would have tried to go with a woman vice president if he had known he was going to be running against Kamala.
There are rumors circulating the interwebs, Twitter, which is full of trolls right now anyway, bots, but there are rumors that Trump is asking around, okay, how do I get rid of Vance and pick someone else?
But he's already signed contracts.
He's already signed?
Not that that means anything to him.
Not to
he doesn't
him,
give a crap.
but it does to the rest of the Republican Party.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Well,
maybe.
We'll see.
Who knows? Vance might find himself out on his Vance.
That's funny. I am hopeful that the Kamala ticket, the Kamala campaign, and it is Kamala, not Kamala, and I think
despite the fact that the
Trump
GOP
pronounces it that way on purpose.
They're all mispronouncing it that way on purpose.
because they're racist assholes.
Exactly.
But I think the Kamala candidacy will be, I mean, okay, look. The first 24 hours after Biden endorsed her, they raised $81 million in small donations, which is the largest amount for any 24-hour period for any presidential campaign.
And 64% of those people were first-time donors for this cycle.
This campaign.
So that tells you.
She is inspiring excitement, and that tells me I'm hoping that this is going to be a blowout win, because in order for us as a country to ultimately defeat the Project 2025 fascist Christian national neo-Nazi agenda.
Tell us how you really feel.
We have to overwhelmingly reject it in the polls.
Yes.
So even if you think Kamala is going to win hands down, please vote anyways, because that will help prevent the next wave of fascism from coming. You guys, if the French can do it, if the British can do it, we can do it, and we can do it better. I'm just saying.
And we have to do it.
We have to do it, because it will, here's the thing, it'll always keep popping up, right? You're never going to eradicate. There is a fraction of the population that believes that their God is the only God, and the way that they practice their life and religion and their lifestyle is how everyone should do it, and they're going to make us do it. That's what's happening here. And in order to have the freedom to live your life the way you want, you're going to have to vote for it. We're going to have to fight for it. every generation or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's not automatic. And I'm young enough to have grown up in a period of unusual world peace.
Mm-hmm.
I understand history enough to know that since World War II and the NATO
Alliance.
thank you,
Mm-hmm.
the NATO alliance, that this is unusual for our world to have like so few wars, so much peacetime. Europe was roiling with violence and war for hundreds of years, and I'd like to hold on to that. I think we can keep that. Thank you very much.
I think our kids would like that too, and our grandkids.
Yeah, I mean, my kid was born a year before 9/11, so
Yeah.
he only knows that.
And the thing of it is, you know, if we're not beating each other up and killing each other and firing up the war machine, we might actually have the ability and the time and materials to take a look at ending world hunger, take a look at
feeding everybody, keeping everybody safe,
and providing clean water
and
to
healthcare,
everyone. And, you know, I mean, there are so many.
And maybe spending less money on bullets and ammo and you know, fighter jets, and more money on cancer research,
or even just daycare for working single moms.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, basic stuff.
Yeah, basic stuff.
Really basic stuff.
Right.
You know, so you know what you have to do.
You have to
This is your mission.
Verify that you are registered to vote.
Right.
Verify where your polling place is and create a plan to vote.
And
are you going to vote early? Are you going to go vote by mail? What are the rules for that? Make sure you do all the things.
And you know, we've covered that before.
Yes.
But what we haven't covered is I have seen some of my friends on Facebook that I haven't yet unfriended because they voted for Trump. But they've been friends with me for a long time, so I kind of cut them a little bit.
Well,
of
and they're
slack.
not throwing it down, shoving it down your throat. They're just Trump supporters.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But some of them are coming back when I posted.
Since the Kamala campaign.
Right. That I posted. I put up the meme, I'm with her. And a couple of them actually have asked me why, which is an opportunity to open up that dialogue.
Yeah.
So I was so happy to see that, because it means that, you know, maybe this excitement is going to go beyond just the people who probably would have voted Democrat anyway, to the undecided people, or even some of the people who formerly voted for Trump might take another look and go, wow, you know, the more, and I had one friend say to me, you know, the more I see of this guy, the less I like.
Oh, so how did you talk to them, Bridget?
Well, when she asked me, I just gave her 3 bullet points, because if you start writing a whole missive,
I have a list of 86.
Yeah,
if you want it.
They're not going to read them. They're not going to read them.
Yeah.
So I just picked the top 3 and listed those, because she's going to protect women's healthcare rights. She's going to protect the environment, and I forgot what the third thing was. But anyway, just 3. And then she came back and said, you know, well, she had her thing to say. And then obviously that's not the only reason I'm voting. There's also this, this, and this. So you don't want to overwhelm them. Just give them what's important to you, you know, and then if they ask for proof, there's plenty of articles, you know, and they're like, well, she's not actually qualified. Well, oh, hell yes, she's much more qualified than Trump is.
Yeah, she's way more qualified than somebody with whose record is 6 bankruptcies and a TV show.
And a felony. Oh,
34 felonies.
Felonies.
Who is adjudicated rapist.
Right.
So.
Right. And what did he do while he was in office? Basically just strip our democracy of every protection he possibly could get away with, and tell people they could drink bleach to cure COVID.
Right.
Really smart moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could go on.
It's more important. Okay, so the other subject I just wanted to bring up, hopefully quickly, is because I'm not convincing anyone who's watching this video to vote for Kamala Harris for president. But you may encounter folks that are convincible. And the idea is to persuade rather than accuse. So you don't want to just be like, oh, you're a Trump supporter and I hate your guts, block. if they demonstrate curiousness, they're not just trolling you and calling names and stupidity, whatever. Do like Bridget did. Tell them why you're voting for her. Give them 2 or 3 short reasons. You can say that there's more, but these are some of the primary reasons I'm voting for her. What did she do so far? Come up with 2 or 3 things that are important to you that she did or that you think might be important to them, because that's how you convince voters, is people that they know, talk to them in a way that they can receive it. You have to speak in a way that the other people will receive it, not just how you want to tell them, but how they're going to receive it. And so I urge you to try and find that language instead.
And that's what makes me hopeful, because in the past, some of these dialogues have just degenerated into name calling. And that's when I walk away, because there's no point in that. You're not going to convince me. I'm not convincing you. We're not even having a conversation. But if you can have a conversation, then it can be enlightening. Yeah. I mean, I used to be a registered Republican.
Seriously? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm a registered Republican, but that's because Florida has a closed primary state.
No, I actually voted for Reagan.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, I had reasons. They made sense to me. And then as I lived a little longer and did a little deeper dive, and the Republican Party went way off, jumped the shark there. The deep end. I was like, whoa, no. These are not values that I hold. Yeah. And so,
I mean, I consider myself pretty liberal, but there are some things that I'm a little more concerned about. I mean, a little more conservative about. Like, I like to know where the money's going and why.
Hey, I have a permit to carry, and I do.
Yeah, my husband.
Yeah, I'm a packing Democrat. Okay?
My husband owns firearms.
It's not. The lines are not black and white.
Yeah,
they're really not.
Yeah, we're people. We're all people, and if you're talking to somebody who you believe wants what's best for their family and what's best for the country overall, you can find common ground. If you're talking to somebody who is, well, I got mine and screw the world, you're probably not going to convince them of anything. And a lot of people, what ends up happening is they just don't have the imagination to know what it feels like if it doesn't happen to them or somebody they're close with. So what you'll see is a lot of folks who are like anti-LGBTQ plus, and until somebody comes out to them and then they're like, oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, I didn't know that. And then suddenly they're supportive of LGBTQ rights. So there's that too. So like there are people, there's hope, y'all.
That's basically the message of this one, because we were kind of, oh no,
I still had hope. I mean, Biden's been a great president. Are you kidding? He's the most progressive president we've ever had, and I did not expect that from a Catholic old white guy.
Right?
But he has.
But I didn't think,
and he has helped. He has helped in material ways that affect my life.
But I didn't think that he would actually be able to beat Trump a second time. I had a lot of doubts
I knew it would
be
close. I knew it would be close. And his campaign, they weren't running the greatest.
But now the only old guy with cognitive issues is Trump.
Yes. We can talk about those next time.
Yeah.
Because I have some words.
Oh, please. But this is long enough.
Yeah, just a long video. Thank you so much for joining us.
If you watch till the end, you are a trooper.
We appreciate you. Please make sure you're registered to vote and make a plan to vote. And until next time.
And maybe make a plan to bring your neighbor to vote.
Bring 5 people with you if you can. My son he turned 18. Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday.
And this will be his first election. So I'm excited. I'm going to take him with me to vote. It'll be fun.
Cool.
Fun times, yeah. He won't think it's fun, but I think it's fun. He's like, whatever, Mom.
Well, he does now.
It matters.
Give him a few years.
He says that, but he doesn't really, I know inside he doesn't really mean it, because he will like initiate, oh, I love you, Mom, and not ask for anything. So
yeah. Oh, that's a good sign.
I do. I get those. I get random hugs too sometimes. It's nice. Anyway.
That's a good sign.
So I think that's it for now.
Till next time.
Stitch on.